is filled with quiet talk. Cups and laughter rise and fall. Somewhere near the window side, you look up and catch my eyes. Nothing changes all at once. No grand entrance, no surprise. Just a smile across the room, turning ordinary into light. Some melodies are never played. They simply live between two hearts. The sound of your smile stays long after the music fades, like the last one note floating through the air. I don't need 1,000 words to know this night will stay with me. The band begins another tune, brushes dancing soft and slow. You move gently with the rhythm, like you've always known it well. We speak about the smallest things, places neither of us has seen. Funny how a simple laugh can make the whole room brave. Some moments don't ask to be remembered, they simply are. The sound of your smile finds me in the quiet spaces. Every gentle glance, every easy silence. Nothing here needs to be perfect. Everything already is, just because you're here. Years may pass, songs may change, still I'll remember not the melody, but the way you laughed before it began. The sound of your smile still echoes in my mind, long after the lights grow dim, long after the chairs are empty. Some evenings never really leave, they become the music we carry home. The office later than I planned. The elevator hummed into the dark. A paper cup still warm between my hands. The city scattered diamonds through the park. No music in my headphones tonight, just footsteps finding their own time. For once I wasn't chasing anything. The night was enough. Some days ask too much. This one finally let go. stopped carrying every unfinished thought, every impossible tomorrow. The stars didn't change, the streets stayed the same. Only this heart learned a softer way home. The florist by the station closed at 10. One yellow flower left outside the door. I smiled without a reason I could name, something I hadn't done for quite a while. A cool wind crossed the empty square, taking all the noise somewhere, leaving only room enough to hear myself again. Maybe peace doesn't arrive, maybe we uncover it. The night feels lighter, like a coat set gently down. Nothing to prove, no race to win, no need to turn around. Tomorrow will come, whether I worry or not, so tonight I'll choose this quiet walk instead. Every long day deserves a gentle ending. The night feels lighter, the skyline slowly fades behind. One deep breath, one easy smile, one ordinary night that changed my mind. I walk a little slower, not because I'm tired, because for the first time in a long time, I'm already where I wanna be. Your glass is almost empty now. Mine still holds a little gold. The band is playing something slow. No one wants to break the glow. You tuck your jacket on the chair, like you'll be staying anywhere. But closing time has found our names. Without a word, nothing feels the same. One last song, one last smile. Neither of us watching the time. Soft lights, soft goodbye. Nothing falls apart tonight. No broken hearts, no wasted tears. Only the feeling we'll miss this here. If love is kind, it knows when to leave, leaving enough to still believe. The pianist bows, the room grows still. Someone laughs beyond the hill. Chairs are turning upside down. The night's folding into dawn. You brush a little dust away from the sleeve of my old coat. Such a small and quiet thing, still the warmest touch I've known. No promises need to be made. Some nights are already complete. Soft lights, soft goodbye, morning waiting just outside. No grand finale, no last embrace, only your smile I'll always take. The music fades, the room grows small. Some nights never really end at all. We'll leave different streets under the same sky. Maybe that's enough. Soft lights, soft goodbye. The door closes soft behind us. You wave once, then disappear into another ordinary night. Years from now, I may forget the song they played, but never the way you smiled before goodbye. You used to stay a little longer, talk until the night felt softer. Now your words fall short and thin, like something's fading deep within. Your eyes don't hold me like before. They drift somewhere I can't explore. And every touch feels out of place, like I'm just filling empty space. You change without warning, no sign I could see, just slowly becoming someone new to me. You change without warning, while I stayed the same, still holding the version that no longer remains. You laugh, but it don't feel the same, like you're just playing out a frame, a distant echo of the past, a moment never meant to last. I try to meet you where you are, but you feel closer and still far, and I don't know which part is real, the one I lost or what I feel. You change without warning, no sign I could see, just slowly becoming someone new to me. You change without warning. still holding the version that no longer remains. Maybe people slip away without a word, without delay, and love don't break, it just dissolves into someone we can't recall. You change without warning, and I'm left behind with pieces of something I can redefine. You kissed me softer than before, like something slipping through the door. Your eyes would wander mid-sentence, like you were already somewhere else. I noticed things you didn't say, the way you slowly pulled away. Your touch grew light, your voice unsure, like love was something you weren't sure. I knew you were leaving before you said a word. In every quiet moment, in everything I heard, I knew you were leaving in the space you couldn't hide. You were already gone, even lying by my side. You held my hand but not as tight, like you were practicing goodbye. Your laughter didn't reach your eyes, just echoes fading in disguise. I played along, I didn't fight, pretending everything's alright, but truth was written in your face, a slow goodbye I couldn't erase. I knew you were leaving before you said a word. In every quiet moment, in everything I heard, I knew you were leaving in the space you couldn't hide. You were already gone, even lying by my side. Maybe love don't break in two, it fades away in shades of you. And even when you're standing near, your absence still feels clear. I knew you were leaving, and I let it happen slow, holding on to something I already had to let go. The sky is turning pale and thin, a quiet glow is settling in. The night we had is fading slow, like something only we would know. Your shadow soft against the wall, feels like it's already gone. The world is waking far away, but here we're still inside yesterday. First light before sunrise, where everything feels true, before the day can take you back to who you have to be without me. First light before sunrise, where nothing has to end, just one last moment holding on before we're strangers again. Your hand still resting next to mine, like we could freeze this fragile time. No promises, no need to speak, just something we were meant to keep. But morning always finds its way through every reason we can't stay, and what we were begins to fall into the quiet after all. First light before sunrise, where everything feels true, before the day can take you back to who you have to be without me. First light before sunrise, where nothing has to end, just one last moment holding on before we're strangers again. Maybe love exists right here, between the night and what is clear, a fleeting space we pass through twice, then lose it to the morning light. First light before sunrise, and I'm still holding you, even as the world moves on and pulls me back from you. You walked in like a quiet light at the edge of an ordinary night. I didn't know what it would be, but something in you stayed with me. We talked like we had years to spare, like there was nothing we should fear. But in between each gentle line, I felt the edge of borrowed time. We met at the wrong time, when everything was out of place. You were almost mine, but we were never meant to stay. We met at the wrong time, close enough to feel it grow. But just as love began to shine, we had to let it go. You held me like you wanted more, but never crossed that open door. A step away, a breath apart, still something deep inside my heart. We didn't break, we didn't fight, just faded slowly out of sight, like two lines that almost meet, then slip away without a beat. We met at the wrong time, when everything was out of place. just as love began to shine. We had to let it go. Maybe in another life we wouldn't have to say goodbye, but here and now we pass like this, a quiet almost we can't fix. We met at the wrong time, and that's the part I can't undo. Not that we didn't try, but that I almost had you. You stood there like nothing had to end, like we were only bending, not about to break. Your hand slipped out of mine so slow, I almost thought you didn't know. No tears, no words, no reason why, just silence filling up the sky. A quiet kind of leaving you chose, the kind that nobody ever knows. We never said goodbye, just let the moment pass us by. No final kiss, no last embrace, just empty air where you used to stay. We never said goodbye. Now every night I wonder why. Did it end or just fade away? We never said goodbye. Your shoes were still by the door for days, like you might come back in the same old way. I kept the light on longer than I should, holding on to something that felt good. The clock kept moving like it's supposed to do, but time stood still the night I lost you. No closure in the things we didn't say, just unfinished love that slipped away. We never said goodbye, just let the moment pass us by. No final kiss, no last embrace, just empty air where you used to stay. We never said goodbye. Now every night I wonder why. Did it end or just fade away? We never said goodbye. Maybe some love don't end out loud. No broken hearts, no crying crowds, just two souls drifting out of line, somewhere between yours and mine. We never said goodbye, but I still feel you in the quiet, like a song that didn't resolve, still hanging in the night. The room is still, the night is low, but somehow you still echo. In every breath, in every space, I feel the trace you couldn't erase. Your voice is hiding in the air, like it never left me there. A ghost that lingers soft and near, in everything I choose to hear. I still hear you in the quiet, when the world fades out of view. In the silence, in the dark, it always leads me back to you. I still hear you in the quiet, like a song I can't undo. Every note, a memory that keeps me close to you. The way you spoke, the way you paused, still lives inside my thoughts. A whisper wrapped in yesterday that never really went away. I try to fill the space you left, but silence pulls me back again to every word you didn't say that somehow still remains. I still hear you in the quiet, when the world fades out of view. In the silence, in the dark, it always leads me back to you. I still hear you in the quiet, like a song I can't undo. Every note, a memory that keeps me close to you. Maybe love don't disappear, it settles where the night is clear. And every time the world gets still, you're the only sound I feel. I still hear you in the quiet, and I don't know how to let it fade, because the silence holds you closer than the words we never said. Your jacket hanging by the door, the way you left just once before. A message left at 2:09, I read it like 1,000 times. The cup you used still on the shelf. I couldn't bring myself to move a single trace of you, like that would make it all come true. I held on to the smallest things, like they could keep you here. In every little memory, I try to make you reappear. I held on to the smallest things, like they were all I had. 1,000 tiny pieces of something we once had. echoes in my head, in every word you never said. The silence feels too loud at night, like something's missing from my side. I know these things won't bring you back, but still I follow every track of something left behind in me that doesn't know how to be free. I held on to the smallest things, like they could keep you here. In every little memory I try to make you reappear. I held on to the smallest things, like they were all I had. 1,000 tiny pieces of something we once had. Maybe love don't leave in whole, it lingers in the smallest soul of everything you left behind, still scattered through my mind. I held on to the smallest things, but they keep slipping through, and all that's left inside my hands is everything of you. You came in from the morning rain, brushing little drops away. The barista knew your name before I had the chance to say. A melody was floating low from an old upright piano. You looked around and smiled at me like we'd met somewhere before. Maybe some mornings know exactly who we'll find. Coffee, jazz, and you. Somehow everything feels new. No perfect plan, no perfect words, just a little table made for two. The music isn't loud, still it fills the room. Funny how the sweetest songs begin with you. You always stir your coffee twice, then forget the sugar anyway. You listen more than you ever speak, that's what makes me stay. Outside the city starts to wake inside, time forgets to move. Some places aren't remembered for the coffee, but for who you're with. The cups grow empty, the conversation never does. Coffee, jazz, and you, every chorus feels sincere. No fireworks, no grand romance, just the comfort of having you here. If tomorrow looks the same, I'd still choose this little cafe all over again. Some love stories don't begin with a question, they begin with someone saving your favorite seat. as the sunlight moves across your smiling face. Years from now, I may forget what we ordered that day, but never the first time you looked up and smiled my way. My way. The sun is sinking by the bay, painting gold across the waves. You slip your shoes into your hand, leaving footprints in the sand. A quiet breeze moves through your hair. You stop to watch the light appear, like the evening knows your name before I even say a thing. The sky keeps changing, you keep smiling like it never will. Golden hour together, nothing shines brighter than now. Not the ocean, not the skyline, only the way you look around. If this moment never comes again, that's alright. We were here when the daylight turned to gold. Children's voices fade away, seagulls drift above the tide. The beach grows quieter by the minute. As the evening settles in, you tell me you know what I want. Before I get the chance to ask, I hope we never get too busy to watch another sunset. Maybe happiness is remembering to stop before the day is gone. Golden hour together, holding nothing but the view. No grand plans, no perfect future, just another evening shared with you. Every sunset leaves the sea, still somehow the light remains with me. The sky never keeps its colors, yet every evening we wait again. Golden hour together, the last light slips away. You reach for my hand without a word, like you've always known the way. Long after the sun is gone and the waves erase our tracks, I'll remember not the sunset, but the hand that found mine. The last convenience store still glows, I grab a coffee for the walk back home. The cashier smiles, the streets are still. The city finally learns to breathe. A message waits, I read then hide. It doesn't have to be tonight. Some answers find a better time when midnight clears a crowded mind. The louder days fade into blue, and all that's left is something true. When Tokyo falls quiet, I can hear myself again. Not the noise, not the hurry, not the voices in my head. Every window holds a story. Every soul is passing through. The city's never asking who you're supposed to be. Someone locks a bicycle nearby. A train rolls softly through the night. The river carries broken lights like little promises downstream. I breathe the cool September air. The weight I carried isn't there. Maybe nothing really changed except the way I see this place. The night never rushed me, so why should I? When Tokyo falls quiet, every heartbeat finds its pace. I don't need another reason to believe I'll be okay. The sky doesn't know my name, still it lets me borrow stars. Sometimes peace arrives without knocking at the door. Tomorrow can wait outside tonight. I'm finally good company for myself. Stood still, but because I finally did. I finished the last sip before the coffee turns cold. Smile to no one, and somehow that feels enough. You stood there waiting in the door, like something we had done before. Your eyes were quiet, almost kind, like you had already made up your mind. I felt the moment slipping thin, like if I spoke you might give in. But something in me held it back, a fragile truth I couldn't ask. I didn't ask you to stay, even though I wanted to. I I just watched you walk away, like there was nothing I could do. I didn't ask you to stay, didn't beg, didn't try. But every step you took from me felt like a quiet goodbye. Your shadow moved across the floor, then disappeared behind the door. The silence settled in its place, where you once filled every space. I told myself it had to be, that love shouldn't be forced to breathe. If you were meant to turn around, you would have stayed without a sound. I didn't ask you to stay, even though I wanted to. I just watched you walk away, like there was nothing I could do. I didn't ask you to stay, didn't beg, didn't try. But every step you took from me felt like a quiet goodbye. Maybe love is letting go without a word, without a show. And even if it breaks your heart, you let them leave just as they are. I didn't ask you to stay, but I still feel you in my way, in every quiet part of me that never learned to let you leave. I drift to the edge where you used to be, leave half of the bed untouched for me. The pillow still holds the shape of you, like it remembers better than I do. I turn my back to the empty space, pretend I still feel your breath on my face. The night gets quiet in a certain way, like it's waiting for you to say my name. I still sleep on your side, like you never said goodbye, holding on to where you lay. Even now you're miles away, I still sleep on your side, just to feel you in the night. It's the only way I know how to keep from letting go. The sheets are cold, but I don't move, afraid to lose what's left of you. A fragile trace in the dark I keep, between the silence and my sleep. I try to lie where I belong, but it just feels suddenly wrong. Your absence has a certain weight that pulls me back to where you stayed. I still sleep on your side, like you never said goodbye, holding on to where you lay. Even now you're miles away, I still sleep on your side, just to feel you in the night. It's the only way I know how to keep from letting love is just another name for love that never really changed. And even when you're gone for good, my body stays where yours once stood. I still sleep on your side, in the quiet, in the dark, keeping space for something gone. Like you're never far. Same little table by the glass, same old record softly playing. The owner greets us with a smile. Good to see you both again. Nothing here has really changed. A chalkboard writes a different drink. Still you laugh before you choose, like you always overthink. Some places remember us before we speak a word. Our favorite corner cafe keeps a seat for yesterday. Every cup, every song feels exactly where it belongs. People come, people go, seasons change outside the door. Still this little corner knows the version of us worth holding on to. Steam curls slowly through the light. You trace circles on your cup, telling stories halfway through, then smiling before giving up. A familiar vinyl spins, tiny scratches in the sound. Funny how imperfect things keep the sweetest memories around. Nothing special on the menu, still we came for everything else. Our favorite corner cafe never asks us who we've been, only lets another Sunday quietly begin again. Every conversation finds its way back home. Some hearts don't need a bigger world, just one familiar room. If one day someone else sits where we are now, I hope this place still feels like kindness. Our favorite corner cafe, morning drifting into noon. The record reaches side B without either of us noticing. Long after the coffee's gone and the chairs are stacked away, I know we'll carry this little corner wherever life goes. sings behind the door. Your favorite mug is on the floor, wrapped inside your oversized coat. You watch the rooftops lose their smoke. The air is sharp, the sky is clear. I pull my chair a little near, not to hide us from the cold, just to keep the moment close. Winter always knows how to slow the world. Meet me on the balcony where the city's breathing white. Hold your cup, hold my hand. We'll warm the evening. One slow conversation, one quiet smile. Sometimes love looks exactly like this. Your scarf keeps dancing with the wind. You laugh before you pull it in. A train rolls somewhere far below, like a rhythm soft and low. We talk about the year ahead, books to read and roads to take. The future doesn't feel so far when your voice is next to mine. Cold hands, warm hearts, that's enough for tonight. Meet me on the balcony, leave the silence where it is. Nothing has to fill the air, nothing has to be explained. The stars don't shine any brighter than your eyes looking back at me. Winter never asks flowers to bloom. It only teaches how warmth finds its way home. Meet me on the balcony before another season turns. When the spring arrives, we'll probably forget how cold tonight became, but I'll remember your hand around a warm cup, reaching